Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to set up the track hierarchy in Cohler Classical using a few new functions we've created that vastly simplify the process and protect you from making track setup errors. The first and most important command is just to create a track, insert track. This command is available here, Command T. It's also available via a right click in the track area, insert track. So let's say I'm creating something that's going to have an edit mix and a live mix and has 4 channels of microphones that I'm recording. So I'm going to have an edit mix track. I'm going to have main grouping track, main left, main right, room grouping track, room left, room right, and then a reverb track, and then a live mix. Now, currently those are all at the same level. So we got to set up the hierarchy, and then we have to set up the names. In order to work with my automatic one-click live mix feature, you have to name the edit mix track edit mix with a space, both capitals, and the live mix track live mix with L and M capital and no space. So we'll start with that. So this is edit space mix. You have to name it that, and then my toggle will automatically work. That edit mix is going to get sent over to this live mix with no space, lives, no space, mix, capital M in the end. And those two are at the same level. And by the way, when you use the Command T create a track command, it's automatically creating it inside the destination folder, which is critical for all of the track group navigation. So we have edit mix, live mix. Now, all of the stuff from here to here is going to be inside the edit mix. So now we use the command down one level. If we go to Options, Initial Setup, Track Level Down, which is Command Option Control left bracket. So now you'll see all of those became children of the edit mix. Now the first thing in the edit mix is our main mic, so we'll call that main. Then the next track is going to be main left. The next one is main right. Now main left and main right should be children of main. So we're going to do that down one level. So now those are children of main. Okay? Then we'll have room, the grouping track, followed by room left, and you can tab to go between these, room right. And room left and room right need to be down one level. Now this track we're going to use as a reverb send, which is not going to contain audio, so we'll name it reverb. We want it at the same level as room and main, because what we'll do is we'll send main and we'll send room over to reverb with differential levels if we want to, and then we'll just reverb the reverb track. But we now have to make the reverb track invisible in the track panel because it's not going to contain audio. Any track that's not going to contain audio can't be visible in the track panel, or Cohler Classical will think it's supposed to have audio and will give you errors. So we right click on it, we go to Visibility, and we say Hide Selected Tracks in Track View. So now reverb is hidden in track view only. If we go into the mixer, you'll see it's there, reverb. Now you'll notice all these tracks are same height in the mixer, so I've made a command under Initial Setup, under Options, Set Mixer Layout, which will set their heights by their hierarchy. So you do that, and now you can see destination contains edit mix, which contains main, room, and reverb, each of which contain the individual mics. And live mix is the same level as edit mix. Now normally we're going to be listening to the edit mix, so we click on live mix and probably mute it. When we want to go back and forth between edit and live, we can then click the solo button to either listen to the live or the edit. But if we're recording live mix, there's a different mode with one click, which I will show you in a minute. First, we'll create our source groups. So this is what it would look like in editing mode, but we need all our source groups. So we go to Options, Initial Setup, Create Source Groups. That creates our 9 source groups. And if we look at the mixer is identical in all of them. and the tracks are identical in all of them. So if we want to record live mix at this point, we simply go to Options, Toggles, and turn on live mix. Now what does that do? I'll show you. Once we've clicked that, if you go into the mixer, you'll see there's a send from edit mix over to live mix, which is why you have to have the names exactly right, because it does it by the name of the track. And this send is there in every track group, okay? So it doesn't matter which group you're recording in. It sends from the edit mix to the live mix, which has a receive only, and the live mix is set to record output, and it's not muted. So you're now ready to record live mix. The other thing that you would do if you were going to be recording live mix is you have to turn on monitoring. Without monitoring, the send won't go through to the live mix. So you have to monitor your inputs by clicking this button here. Now you're monitoring. Now you could arm to record and do your live mix recording. But I did a whole nother video on that, so you can watch that video. But we've set up an entire thing from scratch with a few clicks. Now let's say you want to add 2 more tracks to this layout. We'll open up our tracks, and let's say we want, in addition to room, 2 solo mics. And they don't need to be mixed up into anything, but they should be at the same level as, if we go to the folder hierarchy, the same level as main, room, and then just 2 solo mics. We'll call them solo left and solo right, but they're not a stereo pair per se. So I would select my last track before the live mix here and do Command T twice. Now that puts those 2 tracks inside the room folder, which is not what we want. We want them up 1 level. So we select those 2 and we just go up 1 level. Now they're not inside that folder anymore. They're at the same level as room and main. And now we name them solo left, solo right. And now we can remake our source groups to match. So now if you look at the mixer, and if we room left, room right, solo left, solo right, which are not part of there. So if I collapse this, you'll see you have main, room, then solo left, solo right, reverb, live mix. Same thing in every track. So it's very easy to add tracks, to take tracks away, and the commands protect you from messing up the hierarchy. If you try to, let's say we tried to raise the level of this live mix up to 0 level, it won't do anything. It won't let it go there, because that would destroy the hierarchy of the rest of the tree. So if you just use those 3 commands, track, insert track, and then options, initial setup, track level down, track level up, that's all you need. Never click on this folder button at the right side that Reaper has. That will mess up your layout and cause you lots of problems. All you need to do is track level up, track level down, and new tracks. That's all there is to track hierarchy in Cohler Classical.